Well, good morning. It is Monday, March 17th. In the States here, it's St. Patrick's Day. Got some charts here. If we look, we're about 3 minutes from open. If we look, we are right at the 8 on the daily. Our hourly. This is what's really interesting to me about what's might be happening today. If we see this big move down over the last week, then we consolidated. We are right at the top of this little range here. So we could potentially go all the way to the bottom. We could also break out and start heading up and start making some structure to the upside. But my bias right now is to the downside. So let's get our 15-minute here. And then we're going to wait for the open and then start drawing our boxes, see what happens. But yeah, look at that. Look at that range the last few days. What I think is interesting is from Friday, this moves up. Point of control stays right at the top of the range. And then overnight session stays just pretty close to that. We break that point of control and we're coming back. So it's kind of a anyone's game this morning. See who comes out of the gate. Is it going to be the Bulls or is it going to be the Bears? Who is going to win the day? Right, there's our 15-minute. Here's our 1 minute. And open's about to start in about a minute. Happy Monday. Hope you had your coffee. All right, pretty close. We've got about 10 seconds left until the open starts. Let's get all right, here we go. Open. Let's see. Our tick stays above. Oh, forgot to change this to my other ones. Ooh, look at that. We're going above on the advanced decline line, but we didn't do one of these numbers. So we'll see. Let's get our box. Let's get our 1 minute box. So far, this is our own 1 minute opening range. All right. What are we going to do? Are we going to break above or are we going to break below? All right. Looks like we're going to break to the upside. I was going to say downside, but if we look at the 15-minute, we've got this big move up. We've got a move down. If structure is going to play out, we're going to go to the upside. Now, structure could break down, right? You could go below and break the low and then start messing around and then head south to the, like head south, head low. But we're above both of these moving averages. Well, all three of the moving averages, and structure could play out. All right. We're going to sit our hands for a minute. Because it is Monday. We want to make sure that we are going to pick a direction before we jump in. Right now, we're going to sit on our hands. I don't know if you know what I mean by structure, but if we look at the bottom here, we did a range, right? all the way over the night session. So the Tokyo session. London session, we expanded. And we started making higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, right? And so this is what we're looking at. Are we going to make another higher high? And it looks like that might play out. So we've got our 1, 2, 3 minute candles. And we're just going to wait for 2 more candles here and see what our 5 minute range is going to be. Thinking is if I'm going to jump in, I don't want to jump in up here. If we're going to not break this high, I want to get this pullback right here. If we break this 1 minute and then start headed down. So if we're going to go to the downside, I'm not going to get it until it's this direction. But we've got a strong 4-hour candle here, and then we got a really strong 4-hour candle here. So this is this green overlay. I would want to see pressure come in, bring this back a little bit, or we could potentially keep going higher. All right, I think this might look pretty close to what our 5 minute range is going to be, unless we keep going up a little bit. All right, 5 minute range. So we got our 1 minute, and we got our 5 minute, and let's see what happens. Get us a little background music here. All right, what are we gonna do? I think like Friday, if we think about what happened Friday, we got really expensive, right? And then we pulled back. So let's look like structure is going to play out on the 15 minute. Let's take a look at this guy right here. See, down, structure played out. Probably thinking, why didn't you get it if you knew structure was going to play out? Well, sometimes we don't know structure's going to play out. Although that would have been a smaller risk. See the risk from here to this low. All right. So we just took the London session high. So you can see this blue area. We just took the London session high. And if we think about what happened overnight, we had the Asian session down here. London session expanded. Now we just took the London session high right out of the gate. So let's see, are we going to keep going up, or are we going to get a big deep pullback? don't want to say it's going to be a big deep pullback because structure just played out. But we could go all the way back to the bottom of the Tokyo low or the Asian session low. All right, let's sit on our hands and see what happens. I do not want to buy at the top of this range, and I do not want to sell in a bullish uptrend. But we are at the top of our range from last week. So, yeah, very confusing. I'm just going to give it a minute and see what plays out. If we can get all the way back and touch one of these moving averages, because what's looking really good right now is that we are hovering well above the 1 minute 8. It's the boring part, right? Where we're just kind of waiting. What are we gonna do? Keep going up. I've got a pretty strong bias to the downside though, because we're stuck on that daily 8. Well, we are right at that daily 8. So I want to think there's going to be at least a little bit of a pullback or either play out structure to the downside. It is 6:30 here on the west coast of the US, so I'm a little tired this morning. So if you catch me yawning, that's why. It has a strong bull bar. Thought I saw news today. Guess it's not. See, look at all that volume right there. You know, lots of bullish volume. Our two big candles. We've got this candle. And then we've got our first candle. Our biggest volume candles over the last several hours. It's 1 a.m. have all been bullish. Well, I guess we just wait. It's just push, 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 right? Push, little pause bar, push, 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 pause bar. What's our VIX doing? So our VIX is, wow, dropping. Our tick is above 0. Oh yeah, there we go. See the big bar on the advanced decline line. We also have a big upside bar to the vol. So lots and lots of bullish pressure this morning. All right, well, let's see if we can get a good pullback and see if we can jump into that upside. If we could go back and test that 5-minute range, that would be perfect. Go all the way down to the 20, hold above the 5-minute range, and then start expanding away. That would ultimately be what we're looking for this morning. That would be awesome. Ultimately, we want something like this, that right there. That's what we want. That would be awesome. Problem with waiting for that. I mean, we should wait for that. We don't want to buy it right now. Because that thing could just blow right through our morning range and start heading to the downside because the daily just ran into the 8. So we definitely want to give it a minute here. Ooh, see how we just closed under the 8? It's a bit of weakness, right? So what we could see it come up, then drop, then play around before we go. That could happen too. Oh, coffee is especially good this morning on a Monday. My son and I have been exploring roasting coffee. So I don't know if you've roasted your own coffee before, but wow, game changer, right? Fresh roasted coffee. Good stuff. What do we think we're going to do? I think we're going to test that high. Maybe go just above it and then come back down. See, we got a nice flat 8 on the 1 minute. So we could be headed down to test this guy. But we've got some strong moving averages on the 15 minute. So just because we're breaking on the 1 minute doesn't mean much, actually. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. It's hard for me. Got about 10 minutes before the next 4-hour candle starts. So we could get a little bit of a pullback because if you think about it, if we look at these 4-hour candles, right? Like this 4-hour candle went from the high and it kept going. But this push, we're probably going to get a retracement back into this 4-hour candle, consolidate, and then move either and test this high or break the high. So with that knowledge, we need to make sure that we're not thinking at 7 a.m. that we're just going to blast off to the moon, right? Because we're probably going to consolidate, move down, consolidate, move up, consolidate, and then start expanding here in just a little bit. All right, here we go. Just like we thought. Come back, test our 5-minute range. Potentially test our 1-minute range, but I don't think so. All right, are we gonna come back up and consolidate and kind of hold on the top part of this, or are we gonna break through it? Some problem with my music this morning. All right. Holding on above the 50. How about we get us one? See if we can get back to the top side. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to this for very long. I might hit about 50 bucks or so and then jump out. See what happens right here on these moving averages. If we get hung up too much, I might just jump out. Oh, no. See if we can get through them. If we can get through these moving averages here, might hold it longer. We're gonna play out structure. I don't think we are. I think we're gonna come up here and then we're gonna draw it back down and make us a little triangle. So I am gonna jump out, wait us to go to the bottom again. I mean, we might keep going, but I did this the last 2 days on stream. So I held on to it and then I ended up losing, right? I went up $100 and then went down $100 and blah, blah, blah. So let's wait till it tests the low again. We're gonna go back to that 5-minute range, right? We're gonna come, then we're gonna wait till it comes back down and then we'll hit it again. See if we can get to that W. I really think we're gonna consolidate here for a minute. Oh, I might have messed up, but no, see, look at this. We have got the RSI stuck underneath its moving average. It's over the top, but we had this big move down, big move up. We haven't crested this high yet, which is sitting right here. So we could potentially still go down. So I'm gonna wait. We got $60 this morning so far. At least $60 on stream, right? Oh, I forgot to say. Friday, it did end up playing out to the upside, and I did jump into the upside and grabbed $191 on Friday. No, I lost $36 on stream, but just after right after I shut the stream off, it broke that structure and then ended up playing out to the upside. So ended up being pretty cool. Got 2 positions, one kind of right above that structure, and rode it for $150, and then I got another little bit as it broke the high and rode it for another $40-ish. So see, there's a triangle going on here. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, we're just, you know, put this guy right here. And then we've got this guy right here. I hate triangles. They're this is where my impatience does not pay off. See, what I always get caught in is I don't know if it's going to come up, take this liquidity, and then bam, back to the downside, or if it's going to boom, take this liquidity, and then come to the upside. I guess you can wait and see which one happens first and go to the other direction, but then when I do that, I get wrecked because it just keeps going. So what I need to do is wait till it breaks the triangle to the up or the downside, and then wait for structure to start working. See, because we're still bullish, right? We have this big candle up. We've come to the downside. We could still move back down, and then it would still make sense, even if we broke to the downside, to break back to the upside, because structure says higher high, and then another higher high would be anywhere inside of this candle to the upside. The 1 minute can get tricky. That's why I always have the 15-minute next to it to kind of give me the context, and then I'll flip back in between the 1 hour. See, we're still at the top of this range right here. Like, this is the top of the range, this yesterday's daily candle. I'm sorry, that's not yesterday's candle. Yesterday's candle is still right here. So we're still at the top. We could still go all the way to the bottom of that range. Oh, the triangle. How much do I hate thee? This is like moving at a snail's pace here. See, I'm so glad I took that $60 right here, because we would have had to hold all the way through this. Now that's a strong bar. Oh, now is that the get everybody to jump into the downside before we wreck all of you? Which could be that, because look at this structure right here on the 15-minute. It looks so nice. It's like big bar up, little bar, little bar. If we can get another little bar, and then bam, another big bar. Right. 7 o'clock. So this is where, well, 7:02. So this is where we're making our next 4-hour candle. So this could be our retracement. If I could get a break, like retrace all these candles, give me a higher low, I might jump in back to the upside. I mean, it would make sense to jump into the upside right here, but it's such a big candle. Oh, is that structure going to play out? Oh, man, look at that drop. All right, so we took this low. Right? Well, not quite. I think we're equal, maybe? No, we did. We took that low. So if we start heading up to the upside, might jump in. Because we're right on that 200 on the 1 minute. We haven't closed below the 8th on the 15 minute. But we are making new structure to the downside. See that? Down, lower high, lower low. If we make another lower high, I really want to see this break and give me a pullback. Before this structure plays out, right? So big move up, coming back down. If we don't see the break of structure to the upside, we're going to have a hard time jumping in. So I jumped in here because we went down to that 5 minute range. We gave this nice little pressure candle to the upside. I figured we'd get a little bit higher, and I wasn't expecting to the moon, right? Because it never to the moon's right out of the gate. But we need to see structure start to shift if we're going to go to the upside. And then we definitely need to see this structure on the 15 minute shift if we're going to go to the downside. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done in the next 25 minutes before I got to end the stream. Man, still got a lot of pressure to the upside. Let's take a look at our stuff. So we've got Vic or Tick, kind of a slow grind back to 0. And now we're starting to go back up. And we've got a big push down consolidation. We would need to see this break structure here and start heading up if we're going to start thinking about to the downside. And then what do we got here? We have got our pressure to the upside, and we starting to head down. Our vol is pretty flat at 0, so that's not good. I mean, because we can go back here, right? We can see in history we've had pushes up and then just breakdowns, or pushes down and then consolidate all day long. So I feel like if we haven't broke this 1.5 mil and we're starting to pull back, we might get a nice little move to the downside or a consolidation today. guess what I'm saying is the pressure isn't clear. All right, so push down. We got the lower low, and this could be our lower high. Still working to break the structure, but we haven't broke the 15-minute structure yet. If we look at our moving averages now, we've got the 8 below the 50, the 20 above the 50. So we're kind of turning it into a knot right now, which to me says consolidation. But we also didn't break this low, and we are about to break this high. So we might be shifting into the upside now. Look at here. We got stuck on our trend line to the upside. All right, we got about 20 minutes left for the stream today. Let's see if we can at least get one more. But I don't want to rush it. I don't want to give back the 60 bucks that we got, because look at this. It is just like, no, I don't want to go. So we could still be headed down. All right, let's see if we can get it. All right, structure. Play out, dang it. We broke our trend line. We got upside pressure. Things are looking okay. Or we just completely drop to the bottom of the basement, take all our money. That seems legit. Seems more plausible, right? take all of my money. See, got impatient, jumped in. So I'm holding my breath, right? Will we play out structure? Let's play out structure. Getting hung up on that top part because, you know, top of the range. Might as well not break it. And then we're going to travel all the way to the bottom because, you know, that's what we do. Perpetual drawdown. All right, come on. Come on, bulls. You got all the pressure. You got all the pressure. And you're like, bears are like, yeah, suckers, you got all the pressure, but you're at the top of my range. Come on, play out structure, dang it. You know that, like, buy low, sell high? Well, I like to buy high and sell low. That way the ranges can really just kick me right in the nuts. See this range right here? Top of range, bottom of range, and I bought right at the top. Yeah. Don't follow my trades, people. Don't follow my trades. If you do, you'll probably get wrecked. This is why we're failed trading, because oh, this seems pretty appropriate. And we are still stuck in this range. I should just jump out. I remember I said as soon as I say that I should just do it, because the last time I didn't. Come on, push, bulls. You were there. You were there. Come on, structure, play out, dang it. We're consolidating at the top. Give me that upward pressure. Let's let that structure play out. How many triangles could we have today, dang it? Look at that. We got a big triangle. We've got like a small triangle, another small triangle. So we've got this triangle, bang, bang, down. We've got this triangle, bang, bang. Crazy. Man, we can't even get back to my break even. We're just like hovering right underneath it. It's being stupid. Come on, bulls. Push. Push now. Push with 10 minutes left on stream. Let's go. Let's get that high. Push to the high, dang it. Come on. Don't make me a liar. Play out that structure. You want to. I know you do. Come on. Just some volume would be great. Man. I just stopped. It was like, we're gonna get, never mind. Like, look at this push right here. Push, stop, fall apart. So stupid. Come on. It's like tangled freaking mess of moving averages. Come on, bulls, push. Just go test the high already. Why I think this is going to fall apart is because they just cannot get it done. Bulls are like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't got enough oomph. My oomph is running out. All right, I'm out. Well, can we end the stream at up $17? Dang. I still think we're gonna break that high. Glad I got out. Look at that 15-minute. Jeez, big range. Mondays are hard. Where's our tick? Our tick is staying above. We're getting a little bit of here, but our vol is just flat. Where are we at to our 5-minute range? We're back to our 5-minute range. We've got that 1 minute lower. And that boom, boom, low. Comes back up. We might be heading down. I mean, we're at the top of the range. This thing could just... The bottom could fall out of this thing. Seriously. 15-minute, though. Still hasn't not played out structure. All right. We did lower, lower, broke structure to the downside. Still haven't broke 15-minute structure though. Hitting that 1 minute range. All right, folks. Well, we're at 7:30, first hour. We made 60, we lost 40. We ended the day up $17. That is not awesome. Let's see what happens here. Tomorrow. I'm going to see where this breaks after stream, and maybe grab a little bit this afternoon or this later this morning after it decides to do something other than range. Maybe we'll get something here. We still haven't broke that 15-minute low. See if we can get a little bit of a push back to the top. We are at the bottom of the range this time. But the hard part about that is look at that pressure to the downside. We're about to get our freaking butts handed to us. Dang it. Oh, bummer. We break that low, I'm out, and we're going to end stream. So, see that big push down? Like, huge push down? You shouldn't buy at the bottom of that. That was a bad decision. Bummer. Even it being at the bottom of the range, like, that was a terrible decision. We vote no moving averages. Actually, we broke the 200, which is even worse. So we bought below the 200. We bought below all the other moving averages. We did buy at the bottom of the range, which I guess we could argue that was okay. But still, like, we're not getting the power we need here to make any sort of move that would make sense. So And we're playing out structure to the downside, right? We get off the 8 and it's push into the complete structure. Dang it, man. We are not, I am not good at this on stream. Like, making all sorts of bad decisions today. To be fair, this is terrible price action for the opening. All right, everybody. We're going to end this stream minus $46 for today, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good day, everybody.